Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Looking to grade your Pokemon cards and you don't know how to do it? Check out Ludkins Collectables and grade your Pokemon cards with zero risk. Check video description or visit ludkinscollectables.com for more.
How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Pokemon Center. In this video, I'm gonna play with Tapu Bulu GX deck. First of all, this video will have no video editing, which means that it's gonna be directly uploaded to the YouTube channel without video quality loss, stuff like that. Before I actually start with the deck making, make sure to check my sponsors, which is ccgcastle.com. The link is provided, of course, in my video description. And of course, LudkinsCollectables.com, just in case if you're looking forward maybe to send your cards to the PSA submission. So that's pretty much it for now. Let's just move on to the standard format deck making, and let's just go straight away with the deck making. So for this video, I'm gonna play with Tapu Bulu GX, just in case if you're not familiar with this card. It's 180 HP grass attacker with Horn Attack, Nature's Judgment, and Tapu Wilderness GX. Pretty interesting card. So with Nature's Judgment, we can go for 180. I'm gonna make this deck just to be able to go for one-hit knockout against decks that are popular in the current meta, which means I need to build deck that can simply go for 210 at least, 230, which means it can one-hit knockout pretty much everything like Zorak, like Golisopod, like Gardevoir, like Duskmane Necrozma, and stuff like that. So, alright, Vikavolt. We're gonna need a couple of Vikavolts, of course, so I'm gonna put 3 of them for now. Alright, Tapu Lele. So I'm looking forward basically to go straight away with this deck list that can one-hit knock out pretty much everything in the format. That can also be very consistent, so this is very important. Lightning type, alright, so I'm gonna play 7-4. I'm also thinking about tagging one Tapu Koko. Just because Tapu Thunder GX can be very useful. It will does 50 for each energy attached to all of my opponent Pokemons in play. It does not have weakness, which is good. And it can be played with Evertrail pretty much at any time you want to be played. Alright, so can I find enough space for Remoraid and Octillery? I guess I'm gonna be able to do that. 26 cards. 4 Grubbins. And I'm also gonna play Cherry Bug. I'm just not sure how this card should be written. So let me just give the moment. Alright, and Vikavolt. Okay, so CH. Okay. Seriously? Okay, there you go. I guess one of that should be just perfectly fine. Trainers. What do we need from trainers? I guess this deck can benefit from Adder Paradise Conversation Area, but more of that a little bit later. We're gonna need Kukui. We're gonna need Bridget. We're gonna need Pokemon Fan Club. We're gonna need Choice Band. We're gonna need Floatstone, of course. We're gonna need so many different cards in this deck. We can also benefit from Enhanced Hammer, for example, but that will probably be just a little bit too much. This deck also needs Energy Recycle. It's a very important piece of puzzle. It can also benefit from Super Rod. It can use multiple different cards. I think I'm just not gonna go. Alright, so yeah, it definitely requires at least 2 copies of Blower, Floatstone as well. Alright, couple Guzmas. So there are basically 2 different options how to play this deck. Heavy Ball can also be useful. It can be played with one-hit knockout. It can be played with Acerola and it can be played with Acerola and Fighting Fury Belt, as well with Admiral Paradise Conversation Area. Because in that case, this deck can absorb one-hit knockout. It can be one-hit knockout, actually. So that was something I was gonna say. Let me see. We need Ultra Ball. Alright, let's just move on. Of course, I'm gonna need Kukui, as well as a couple Sycamores. Cynthia is also a new card that just recently has been released, so it can also be used. Rare Candy, of course, is a main piece of puzzle in this deck. That's for sure. And Rescue Stretcher, Super Rod, of course. Super Rod can be useful just in case if we need extra energy recycle. I guess I can also have Skyla somewhere near if it's possible. And of course, if there's going to be enough space to put all of those cards inside. And I also forget about Pokemon Fan Club. I think I'm not gonna have that much space available, but who knows, we shall see. Of course, this deck needs also a couple Ultra Balls. And that is pretty much it. So right now I just need to put those cards in comfortable position. Let's go with 4 copies of Rare Candies, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, 3 copies of Choice Band, 2 copies of N. I also need a couple Cynthias. I don't know how I even forget about that card. 2 Floatstones. I mean, I can literally play this deck without a Floatstone, which can be can definitely be dangerous. Alright, 2 Kukuis and 2 Skylas. Ooh, this looks pretty interesting. And of course, I forget something. I forget Fan Club. 1 card. Fan Club can be very useful. Of course, we're not going to play with Paradise Conversation Area. Ooh, we have only 1 Guzma on this deck list. Alright, so I guess I'm going to need 4 Guzmas, 2 Ents, 2 Kukuis. I don't know, I can try to play without Skyla. I know it's gonna be risky. I can maybe even cut that heavy ball. So maybe something like this. Maybe I don't even need Cherry Bug in this build. Just go straight away with grabbing into Vikavolt, Tapu Bulu as a starter, Tapu Koko right there, as well as Tapu Lele. 1 Remride, 1 Octillery, and then I have 2 Energy Recycle, 2 Field Blowers, 4 copies of Rare Candy, 1 of each Rescue Stretcher and Super Rod, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, 1 Bridget, 1 Fan Club, 2 Cynthias, 4 Guzmas, 2 Ents, 2 Kukuis, 4 Sycamores, 7-4. Okay, 3 copies of Choice Band, and something tells me that this is not gonna be that good as it looks. maybe I can go with an extra Ramorite. Running deck without Floatstone can simply be a problem. It can also be a heavy risk. I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 10 possible starters. I think I'm just gonna go with 2 Skylas. 2 more Skyla. And I think that can be... This can be very interesting deck to use. So let's just go Tapu Bulu GX, and we're ready to rock and roll with this deck. So let's just try it in action. I mean, we shall see. It might break, it might work, just who knows. I also have Tapu Bulu Vikavolt with Zora version, but if you're already subscribed to my channel, you should know that. If you are new, you check that video as well. So it looks like the first battle for this deck test is going to be against Volcanion EX. I'm not sure how many battles I'm going to play, probably 3 battles. Maybe I'm going to also tweak this deck between battles. We shall see. I want the coin flip, which means I'm going to set up first by going first. Okay, starting with Ramride. Alright. Not the best, not the worst possible start, that's for sure. Running deck without stones can be very interesting. Again, I have at least Bridget turn 1, and then I'm gonna have probably Kukui. That's for now. So Guzma's in my hand. There's also a Fan Club. Auxiliary is here. 2 weak walls on top of Coco. Right? Do I have Rescue Stretcher? I have 6-2 energies, which means that 1 grab are also prized. So pretty much a lot of energy is prized. All right. I think how this deck is actually going to benefit 2 copies of auxiliaries instead of just, 1-1 line instead of the auxiliary. Something tells me that this can be more useful. So there was a nest. Surprised to see turn 1 Kiavi play for that Ho on my opponent bench. It looks like that's just 4 energies for that. Oh, and my opponent turn is over. He already have very powerful turn, which means I can potentially play my Guzma. And I actually think how I'm gonna do that. This is literally the best thing I can do at the moment. I really want to keep that Remoraid in play. At the other side, he can strike for 50, he can hit for 100 by using his first attack, or he can just use Phoenix Burn. If I am my opponent, I would definitely go with that Secret Fire, but there's a Tapu Lele play, which means that he just played that Tapu Lele straight away without playing a Wonder Tag, which is interesting. And that's going to be Retreat with Tapu Lele, of course, against my Tapu Bulu. I can already see that coming. I guess fair enough. That's the game. That's 180. So I'm hoping to see something like an Ultra Ball as a top deck. Even Rare Candy wouldn't be that bad. But it looks like I just have Kukui. There's the Ultra Ball, so at least it's something. Right, so I'm gonna grab myself Auxiliary and put it in play so I can have a Beasley hand for some extra powers. Bend onto my Tapu Lele GX, and then I can draw 3 extra cards. There's Rare Candy. Oh. Means I can also put energy somewhere, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually not gonna do that. I mean, I can use one strong charge, so I'm just gonna attempt to use one energy down to my group. And that's gonna be pretty much it. So I'm passing my turn without extra energy attack. I hope to find maybe Tapu Bulu GX as a top deck with Artillery next turn. At least I have Vikavolt. Far not that bad. There's the Flowstone, which means there might be another Guzman. So it's my Vikavolt. Okay, so I'm gonna lose my Vikavolt. Yeah, this whole price cards pretty much easily. I definitely need to find a way to respond. Attacking my opponent. Risk. I'm actually not gonna take. I'm just gonna play Tapu Lele on the bench for the Skyla, and then I'm gonna search my deck for a rare king. I can add 2 more energies with on my Tapu Lele. Of course, it's not gonna be enough for the knockout, but still, 140, 170. If I attached energy turn before to my Tapu Lele right now, I would have enough for the knockout. Let's just go with a strong charge. 80, 120, 140, 170. Alright, something like this. And I'm gonna play Artillery for 4. What else we can find there? Special Charge and another Grabbing. Can be useful. As well as the Blower. Let's go with the Energy Drive. Okay, so just 2 price cards. That's pretty much it. But on the other side, third Tornado can strike for only 106. choice band, so it's gonna be for 190. Which means it's gonna be enough for the knockout. So, first defeat in the game. I think it was a very bad start from the beginning of the game. Alright, let's move on to another game. Let's see. More potential for this deck. I'm also thinking about just, running if I was able maybe to start with Tapu Bulu GX in the front instead of the Kraken, that would be much better. Of course, with a Rammer. Okay, so this hand looks potentially a little bit better, but short for energy, which can be, of course, top decked. Okay, Gardevoir GX. This is the deck I really want to see in action against my Tapu Bulu. Okay, I can take 2 extra cards, 2 Vikavolts. Pretty bad. Pretty bad, very bad. But it can end up to be pretty good. Again, it will depend if I'm gonna be able to find maybe other rare candy as the top decks. I could potentially have 2 Vikavolts in play, and already there is Pearl City, which will actually limit my damage output for 20. Ball for 2 pieces of puzzle. Ooh, this is very bad opening hand. I mean, to turn 1 for 2 pieces of puzzles, you definitely have... Wow, that's interesting. This is actually a mind-blowing decision from my opponent. I'm very speechless. What to say? Let's just go with the Bridget. So I maybe even end up putting 3 Grabbins on the bench. And that's gonna be the choice band. And that's it. So Tapu Bulu in the front with choice band. And that's the full Curlia. And first Zorak in play for my opponent. He can trade last card from his hand to cards, and he just discarded Guzma. Okay, potentially I can have 1 Vikavolt this turn in play since I have Skyla available. And I'm not gonna be greedy there with Sycamore. I'm just gonna go with the first rare candy action. So it's gonna be rare candy play for 1 volt. And I can use 1 strong charge, which is gonna be for only 1 grass energy in this case. I don't want to take the risk seeing maybe Gardevoir GX on the other side, and I can hit with my Horde attack for 10. It's gonna be for 10 because he have that Pearl City available in play. But anyways, better than there's a Sycamore for 7 as expected. He just discarded rare candy. So rare candy Gardevoir, and my opponent can easily strike for tons of damage counters. If he miss rare candy play with Gardevoir, that's not gonna be good. Especially since he already attached Fairy Energy from him. Alright, there is Espeon with Marak choice band. He can't even play Espeon, but there's the rare candy. It's gonna be for X. Potentially he can only add up to 1 more card. But the good thing is if I can find myself a Fill Blower, I can go for 1-hit knockout against his Gardevoir with my Naturous Judge. Let's see if that is possible, if that can be a 1-hit knockout. Just another choice band. So let's go with a strong charge. All right. Professor's Kukui, nothing. Only one grass energy. So I'm not actually happy to see that. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. I definitely need to strike 210. You can simply play Acerola and go against my Tapu Bulu with the single double course energy with his Zoroark. I actually missed the opportunity to knock out with a single shot his Gardevoir because he had that Pearl City. Couldn't find what I was looking for. Basically looking for a field blower. And there's the trade. Right now he can strike for 60. That should be enough for the knockout. I don't know how to respond back. I'm probably just gonna put my Tapu Bulu GX in the front. Attachment. And play. And force for the 90. Yeah, that's definitely not good at all. I can't even think about putting another. I can't even think about putting another Vikavolt GX in play with a rare candy. My opponent have that Espion available, so I simply can't do that. What I can do is I can play my Vikavolt Strong Charge and I can add up to 2 energies from my deck to my Tapu Bulu GX. And with my 4th attack I can strike for 10, and that is exactly what I need in order to one-hit knock for 2 prize cards. So we are both equal right now. And there's the super 1 for 7. Alright. Very interesting. Find what I was looking for, and that's the Field Blower card. So he decided to promote his Zoroark GX in the active position, which means choice band in order to one-hit knock out that Zoroark. Bridget has been played for 2. There is also a double course energy attachment and 1 trade. Also with the Pearl City, his bench space limited. Of course, I can play Tapu Wilderness GX, but I'm not gonna go to do that. I'm just gonna go straight away for the knockout with my Nature's Judgment if I can find it. This is much more useful and smarter. There's also an Ultra Ball, which means I'm gonna discard 2 energies. It really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna grab myself another Tapu Bulu GX so I can have 1 more attacker ready for the next turn. And then I'm gonna play a Super Rod so I can recycle back 2 grass and 1 lightning energy. Of course, then I'm gonna go with my... I'm actually first gonna go with the Strong Charge so I have greater chance to pull something that I can use. 2 energies down to my Tapu Bulu. And from 7 cards I need Choice Band, and I basically need 1 more card, which is a Field Blower, so I can go for one-hit knockout. And I didn't find both cards. So I think the in this case is just to use my Tapu Bulu 180 times 20, which is 160, but at least I can heal all damage counters completely from my Tapu Bulu GX. Alright, so let's just be patient for a moment and see what my opponent is capable to do. Again, I have 1 left. Also 1 Kukui. But that so much problem to me that this is just not real. It really makes a lot of problems. Next turn I can take 2 prize cards, knocking out his Espion since I have Guzma available. And somehow, to be honest, I think how this might be... Oh, there's the Acerola. And this is gonna be Devolution. Devolution, of course. Miraculous. It's gonna be Miraculous Shine. Yep, it is. Well played. Well played for my opponent. Yeah, I just managed to top deck Rare Candy. I think I have nothing to lose right there. I just need to find myself another Rare Candy play, and I'm just wondering. I have 2 field blowers, but I simply can't find them. It's just ridiculous. I'm gonna go with my strong charge, 1 grass, 1 lighting energy, and 1 grass energy is gonna be attached to my Tapu Bulu, and 1 lighting energy to my Tapu Lele. And then I'm gonna go with Kukui for 2. Didn't find nothing. 150, 170. Yes, I need to discard all of my energy cards, unfortunately, in order to knock out these Espion. 2 prize cards. Auxiliary. Alright, there's also Zorark GX. And a double course energy. And Cynthia for 6. Alright, at least he didn't end me. Again, I think how I'm actually in a much better position, just because I can also counter my opponent. Yes. Just because in 1 turn I can add up to 4 energy cards with my... That can be very surprising. And he just decided to quit. So there we go. That's the first victory today with Tapu Bulu after 12 minutes, nearly 12 minutes of play. So let's move on with the deck test. So the first game against some sort of, I don't know, it was Chiavi's off deck with the Tornado and the Volcanion. Because of the card. Okay. So, just waiting. Okay, again I won the coin flip, which means I'm gonna start first. Hopefully I can open with Tapu Bulu front. Yes, I can, but the rest of the cards available in my hand looks like a nightmare. 2 Kukuis. None of the Kukui can actually be useful in this scenario. Top decking something like Ultra Ball is nice, as well as Bridget or maybe Fan Club. I'm running 2 actually cards that can potentially allow me to set up my board with 2 or 3 Pokemons. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, even top deck something like Ramride or any other Pokemon as a top deck is fine as long as it can be played. Okay, so Fan Club. I guess I'm gonna be happy to see something like a Fan Club. I can grab myself 2 Pokemons into my hand. So I think I'm gonna set up. I think I'm actually gonna take a risk with these 2 cards. I really like to take the risk, always. So I'm not gonna attach energy, just because if my opponent have double course energy, then he can strike for 60. And probably he have, since he have that Zorark on the bench. As expected. Choice. That's 70. That's even more. Ooh. 2 double course energies discarded. It's Ultra Ball for either way, Bridget or Sycamore. Okay, so if I attached my lighting energy, that would be 90, which means the next turn he would be able to knock me out. If I can top deck... Oof, Cynthia for 6, alright. Still, if I can top deck something that I can use. I think top decking Grass not bad. Imagine Grass Energy, then Kukui for 2. Ooh, Speaking about grass energy, and then Kukui for something like Vikavolt or Ultra Ball. That would be amazing. Ooh, what a nice play. What a nice play. Are you kidding me? So that's going to be knockout. That's going to be a one-hit knockout. So that's the candy play. That's the Vikavolt. I kind of start to like this deck. That's the grass energy attachment from my hand. That's the strong charge for lighting and grass energy. And that's going to be one Tapu Bulu GX, which means I'm going to heal all damage counters from my Tapu Bulu, and I'm going to one-hit knock on my opponent Tapu Lele. That's just amazing. I'm just speechless at this point. So 200. I'm just wondering. Let's try for 200. Since I mean Tapu Bulu Wilderness is base damage 150 and then choice band for 30, that's 180 and 200. Since I played Kukui, yes, that explains a lot of things. There we go with the N. Alright. Again, one Kukui can basically change game completely. I have Skyla, which means I have Ultra Ball. Potentially. Yeah. Ball. And then I have Artillery, and then I have extra resources available. But since I have Sycamore, I think I'm just gonna go with Sycamore for 7. There's the Pot Town. Alright. And Pulpad. Bridget, and Cynthia recycle it. Okay. I think I need to go for Sycamore. But I also need... Okay, this is just completely madness because I already have two Tapu Bulu in play. And they can both strike pretty hard. I'm gonna go with Skylem, and it's gonna be for Ultra Ball. Just because with the Ball I can grab Artillery, and I can just start a Beazle hand. Alright. It's not that I need to hit for like, just because I can't even do that. I can go for only 180 energies for my Tapu Bulu, and of course I'm just not that bad. I guess I can do something like Super Rod and then just hitting my opponent with Natural Judgment for 50. No need to do that. Oh, he's 210. What I'm doing right there? I should just go for 210. Okay, I thought he's 210. That explains a lot of things. Anyways, never mind. Mistakes happening often, so yeah, that's just gonna be 30, 50. At this moment, he can strike him for 140, which is not enough for the knockout. Which means I need somehow to pay heavy. It's just possible by discarding 3 energies. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna need to do that. I'm also gonna play 1 Sycamore for 7 in this case. And then I'm gonna do something like this and something like this. For extra grabbing. Since he have energies, it's not worth to play my Tapu on the bench. Strong charge. Give me 1 lighting and 1 grass. Thank you. Of course, I'm not gonna play my rescue stretcher right now. I'm just gonna retreat. Gonna hit for 210. Before I do that, I can also drop some extra resources with my 1, 2 choice band. Alright, thanks a lot. Natural Judgment 210. There we go. Price cards for me. And that's it, pretty much. I'm not sure how my opponent can actually position because I have Artillery as well as Vikavolt set up. I also have another Tapu Bulu on the bench ready to one hit For example, he's Zoroark on the bench, so it's definitely going to be difficult to return my opponent, but everything is possible. Who knows? Things can change dramatically with one heavy knockout. There's an... Alright, bridge discard. I mean, running a couple bridges in Zoroark deck is okay, just because you don't want to set up with Tapu. But on the other side, you can basically discard those bridges just by simply playing trade. Right now, right there, my opponent is in a very difficult position because his put down is actually gonna knock him out, which is just insane. There's a rescue stretcher for the Boswell with strong energy. Can you find? Nope, that's it. So that's the GG. I guess I'm just gonna say well to my opponent. I have another rare candy available, which means I don't need to do that. I just realized that I have Guzma, but he just decided to concede the game again. I wouldn't say very easy game, but it was definitely a good matchup. Let's say that. None game is actually easy. Every game has some kind of difficulty. But anyways, moving on to the game number 4, I think. Game number 4. Yeah, it is. Anyways. So I lost the coin flip, which means my opponent are the first. So far, 2-1 defeat. Interesting hand, interesting open hand. Turn 1. Ultra Ball for Bridget and Tapu Lele, of course. I see 2 double cores energies and I see an Enhanced Hammer, and it's probably another Zoroark deck with... Oh, okay. Zoroark Lycanroc. Like the fact that I just managed to top deck Fan Club, which allows me to grab something like another Grabbin and Remoraid and put it in action. There's the field blower for my opponent. Retreat down to Zorua, and that's the strong energy attachment in my turn. Ooh, I don't have artillery. Oh, I hate when this happens. I'll grab myself 2 Grabbins. And I can play 1 Ultra Ball, something like N and Vikavolt. I can have that Vikavolt available in my discard pile. If you're just wondering why, this is because I can always recover it with my Rescue Stretcher. And that's very important, because if you don't draw Rescue Stretcher, if you don't draw Vikavolt, but if you draw Rescue Stretcher Rare King, cover that card easily. Okay, 1 Crescent, Tapu Bulu, and I'm passing my turn. So far, so good. There's 3 Grabbins and 1 Tapu Bulu. And there's the Sycamore for 7. Lycanroc is very dangerous right now, at this moment, at this stage of the game. But since my opponent attached his Choice Band to his Zorua, there's no chance that he can actually retreat. I would be actually happy if he's Zoroark against my Grabbin, that I can potentially take knockout if I can find Choice Band and Rare Candy Vikavolt. Potentially be a big play, but no, he just decided to attach 1 energy down to his another Rocker from the bench and limit his down to 3, but also reduce damage on my side of the field. Of course, I'm gonna do... I cannot afford to put another Pokemon on the bench. However, there is the Rare Candy play. There is the Rare Candy play. Okay, so I have first Vikavolt in play. And I'm gonna actually play Strong Charge to pay retreat cost to my Robin. So I can potentially have next turn a knockout against my opponent Vikavolt, which is very important. So that's gonna be Hornet 40. And next turn, I can strike for 180 minus 20, which means 100. Ooh, which is not gonna be enough for the one-hit knockout. Anyways, I can always do my Nature's Judgment, which I think I'm actually gonna do. Super, just to recycle those energies, I guess. But something tells me that maybe even recycling my Ramride wouldn't be that bad. And there's the... Ooh, so he just decided to play that end, which just in comfortable position. Look at this. Rare candy, and this actually changed things because I just managed to Tapu Koko. Actually, Professor's Kukui, which means that with Kukui, I can add 20 and I can heal completely damaged counters with my Tapu Wilderness GX, which actually turns up this game into my favor by a lot. Still, he can knock me out with his another Lycan. Strong energy in theory, let's say. Or just by adding Choice Band, for example, onto his Lycanrook once he managed to fund with that attack. So 110. Of course, I'm gonna play my Tapu Wilderness GX. No question about that. It's very nice to see second Vikavolt in play as well as Kukui for 2. And there is the... And... Now I guess I can just manually attach energy. I don't even need to play it. And that's gonna be one super outplay first for energies. There we go. And of course, one Tapu Will for the knockout, 180. I'm not sure if he was expecting this, but there's the field blow. Gonna find that artillery, but it's okay. Rockruff with the Flowstone just promoted in the front. Is simply the fact that his Lycanrocks can easily be countered and one-hit knock it out by just a single Nature's Judgment by not even discarding a single energy card from my... They actually have weakness onto the grass. So looks like this is gonna be a first Dangerous Road GX and also last GX in this game for my opponent. He just decided to knock on one of my Vikavolts. I'm just gonna say well played because this is a well played game and this is the GG, especially if I can find maybe another rare candy play here. However, here's Roach, as expected. 304. That's a lot of damage counters if somebody would ask me. Again, I need to discard all energies attached from my Tapu Bulu in the front. But that's just not a big deal. It's not. Let's go with the Strong Charge. There we go. I think 7-4 energies are just sweet spot. If somebody gonna ask me. I need to find Field Blower. I actually don't need to find a Field Blower. There's a rare candy, but it cannot be useful. It cannot be used. Nature's Judgment. No, we don't need to discard energies because we actually have weakness ×2, hitting for 260, taking 2 more prize cards. And there's another Bulu and a play. Okay, that's it. That's it, my friends. That's another knockout, and that's it. So, a tons of victories with this deck. It actually works pretty well. I'm kind of surprised that this deck works that good. I think I'm not gonna actually attempt to change it by a little bit. think how I actually managed to find very consistent build, and it actually works just good. So yeah, there we go. Once again, there's the full deck list. If you're looking maybe forward to use it, highly recommend to try it. I think this Coco can be substituted by something. Yeah, I actually think this card can be substituted for something, but it can also be super good secret tech. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you're watching this video. I hope you're gonna also hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck. So stay tuned for more upcoming videos for this weekend. Have a nice day wherever you are. We'll see you next time. So have a nice day and goodbye.